what's up, everybody? It's Marquis, the coolest nerd, thecoolestnerd.net, back with the coolest show. First time in a long time. Had to do it. Today we talking about E3, man. I did go. I went by myself, so Coolest Nerd was there. Got plenty of footage. You can check it out actually on the YouTube channel. It's plenty of like just gameplay, like off-screen stuff. So I didn't go as media. I actually went as a normal, regular person, public, which there were, obviously this is the first year they let the public in. So we had about 15,000 of us, on top of what the press, those guys. But I was there, in the crowds, in the lines. So it's very different, I think, for the public versus the press or media. And then, I guess people in the industry, very different. So, I fully plan on going as media next year, and, y'all can definitely help with that, get those subs up and, site traffic, stuff like that. So that's what they're looking for. So, so we getting there, but yeah, man, it was good to experience it like that first, just to see, how it was. So, when I do get there as media, I can really know what the difference is. It's a great show. I had a great show, met some great people, played some great games, man. If you get a chance to go out next year, definitely go. It's a dream, man. It really is. I think a lot of people felt like that, and a lot of people had a great time. Like I said, it is, it's E3, and I don't know how it is every year because I've never been. And none of these other guys have ever been, but it's a lot of standing, man. It's a lot of lines, a lot of waiting around, man. It's exciting, but you got to pack the ibuprofen, man, because it's serious. So we did a whole lot of standing around. I got there early every day, and I'm just gonna go through my days, man. Really, just tell you what it was like. I don't think you see that a lot. Maybe this year you'll see it more, people doing stuff like that because there's, the public. Those guys have gone, and maybe they want to share their experience with you like I am. I guess to touch on a few things, and really before I get started with anything, man, today is kind of it's a very sad day. I'm not only into video games, the Coolest Nerd is about much more than that, and I'm big into music, big into hip hop. And today we lost somebody that was really special to me, and I think to anybody that really listened to hip hop and came up on it like I did. And that's Prodigy of Mobb Deep, man. So shout out to his family, friends, everybody, and just my condolences. I'm praying for everybody, that's close to him, because obviously we're extended. Family being listeners and just loving his music, and they're really going through it. So he was only 42, and that's tough, man. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal today. But yeah. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't talked to y'all in a while. So shout out to the Golden State Warriors for winning the finals. I'm a Cleveland. I'm a LeBron fan. So much respect though. They did what they had to do. And it is what it is. We'll be back next year for that. So yeah, back to E3, man. Back to E3. So day one for me was weird, man. It was actually my first time in LA by myself as well, since I was maybe a kid or something. I was born in Cali, so it was very different. Being out there, being around that. I actually did start off going to EA Play on Monday, so I had a good experience there. Played the new NBA Live game, which, dog, it's coming. So 2K people, I play 2K as well. Live is trying to step it up, man. So they might be in the fray this year. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to EA for that. So yeah, NBA Live is definitely well on its way, man. EA Play was pretty cool. Short-lived though. I only got there on the last day, which was Sunday. It was just a 5-hour thing. But still, like I said, enjoyable. It was in Hollywood, so I got to see the Hollywood sign and all that good stuff too, so that was pretty cool. But E3 day one, I started off getting there early, registered everything, and I figured, the best place for me to go first would be to go to Nintendo, because I really wanted to play Mario. So I think that was, you know, a lot of people's idea was to go there first. So it was really, really crowded when we finally got through the doors. It was a short day on Monday. I think it was only 12 to 5, so a 5-hour day. So we kind of had to cram everything in, get as much done in that first day as you could. I went over to Mario. Now let me say something. E3, I told you it's about the lines, but some things is not about the lines. PlayStation, you actually had to book an appointment through what's called the PlayStation Experience app that they created for E3. Well, I think it's created for E3. But you had to go in and actually basically compete with everybody else to get an appointment to play their game. So to play Detroit, to play Gran Turismo, to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, to play those games, you needed an appointment. Same thing with the VR games. So that was tough to do. You're competing with 15,000 other people trying to get an appointment to play a game that only has the VR games 1 slot or 32 slots for Battlefront 2 or 6 slots for Detroit. So it was tough. And I unfortunately had some very bad luck and was unable to get any of that stuff. The only thing I did book was Gran Turismo, and I'll tell you about that. I had to mention that before I talked about Mario, but we ran straight over, got to Mario first. Was still in line. Stood in line for about an hour, a little over an hour actually, and did not play it. I had an appointment that I did book for Gran Turismo, so I was like, I don't want to miss this appointment. I do want to play the game. So I jetted out. Just said, you know, forget it. That was a wasted hour. It is what it is. Went over to Gran Turismo, played it. Amazing. It was great. You know, we played with the new Thrustmaster steering wheel that's not even released yet. I think it doesn't even release till Gran Turismo comes out. So it was really, really awesome. Got to play 2 races on that. So yeah, so after Gran Turismo, I did not go back to Nintendo that day. I'm not really positive what I did. So I'm going through my days, but at the same time, I'm going to kind of really just talk about the sections and what I did with each area. So I finally did get to play Mario on day 2. That was my first thing on day 2. I got a little bit smarter, and it was a little more organized over there on day 2. So I did play Mario Odyssey. It was an amazing game. Definitely looking forward to it. I did not play it directly on the Switch. I'm not even sure they had it available directly on the Switch. We played it, you know, with the Switch docked, and like I said, I liked it. I got some gameplay actually up on YouTube right now of off screen. And it was 2 different levels you can play, which was like a city level, which was like an exploration level, and then there was like a mission, which was kind of based in like a desert type area at one point, and then like some other areas. But it showed me a lot. I played the mission, and I enjoyed it, like I said. So I can definitely see putting a lot of time into that game. And I know a lot of people are saying that was the best game at E3. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so yeah, Nintendo, played Mario. They actually had a thing where you play Mario, and if you play 4 more other Nintendo games in the area, you got a Mario t-shirt. So that was like a little quest that you had to do or whatever. So I definitely did that. I played FIFA 18. It was docked, so I played it on regular TV, and it doesn't look so great. And I think that's because it was docked. But that's not something I would play docked if I had it on a Switch. I mean, I know it's not going to look as good as a PS4. So it didn't look great, but it played well. So FIFA 18 was pretty cool. I played Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces was awesome. I played that actually on the Switch when I was in the Sega section. But I played it on the TV when it was docked in the Nintendo section, and docked did not look good at all. I mean, I'm gonna say at all, but it just didn't look good. It's better to play it on the Switch. I'm not sure if they're gonna kind of fix that and make it look a little bit better, you know, as it finishes its development. I don't know, but I hope they do. Sonic Forces, I did not get to play the Mario Rabbids game, which a lot of people were trying to play that. I heard good things about it. They had Fire Emblem Warriors there. Did not get to play that. It was only 1 screen. A lot of people were saying good things about that too. I did play ARMS, which I had already played prior to going to E3, so it wasn't a big deal. They did have 2 new characters, which I thought was awesome. So I got to play that, and I did play Pokken Tournament as well. The new edition, the DX or whatever, and it was really, really good. Got to witness the Pokken Tournament and the the ARMS tournament. So both of those were really cool. Pokken tournament, they actually got to play against the developers after they won, so that was pretty cool. They got killed, of course. What else? I saw a lot of Splatoon 2. I didn't get to play it, but I played it on the Wii U, you know, back in the day. So it looks very similar, plays, I'm sure, very similar. I heard good things about it. That was pretty much everything that was in the Nintendo section, which was good. It was more than I thought would be there, so that's pretty cool. So Nintendo, the presentation of the area, everything, I don't know if I put everything up that I did. I did like some panorama type stuff to kind of let everybody see what E3 looked like, because I know a lot of people don't do that. I've never seen that, honestly. So I did that to try to let people get a feel of what it was to be there. And Nintendo, like I said, they did a really great job with how they put everything together. And they had a press area. Everybody has a press area, like a media area, and the press and media, they get to do more. Like it's more private. They usually have more games than what's on the floor. Nintendo, I don't think they had more, because I think that was pretty much all they had out there to play. But I did see gameplay they showed on the big stage, on the big screen, as we were standing in line the first day for Mario. And I don't know why I cannot. Xenoblade Chronicles, that's what it was. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They were showing that gameplay on that, and it looked amazing. I don't know when it's coming out, but they showed a lot of gameplay, and it looked really, really good. That gameplay may be out there somewhere. I haven't looked for it. So, you know, if you get a chance, definitely check that out. So yeah, that was all I played Nintendo, which was everything pretty much. And then, let me see, NVIDIA had a section. They had games like Absolver. They had Destiny 2 on PC. Of course, everything was on PC. It's NVIDIA. They had Agents of Mayhem over there. They had Project Cars 2. I did play Project Cars 2 in the Xbox section. I played Absolver in the NVIDIA section. It was awesome. My first time playing it. That game is it seems like a must-have. Just everything about it is just crazy, man. Let me see. Destiny 2, I played that on the PC. Absolutely awesome. Graphics are amazing. It was running 4K, you know, 60 frames per second, what they said. You know, I don't know if it was or not. It felt like it was. So definitely contemplated getting it on the PC because of that. Let me see. NVIDIA. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else they had. I was hoping Fortnite was going to be there playable, but it wasn't. I played some other stuff in that area, some VR stuff. I can't remember the name of some of these games, but definitely some good things coming. Actually, let me see, I'll grab this real quick because I got it sitting by a couple of these games I did play. I got some buttons. Blasters of the Universe, VR Bullet Hell. I mean, name is kind of crazy, but pretty decent game. I played on the Oculus. And then Kydro The Awakening. It's made by GadgetBot. That was pretty cool. I played on the Oculus as well. I think it is coming to PlayStation VR. I'm not sure about Blasters of the Universe, if it's coming to PlayStation VR or not. But yeah, I played both of those. Pretty cool games. I did play another one that was on the Oculus. It was actually an adventure, like a Diablo type game. You know, full co-op and you know, magic and different stuff going on. Very cool game. I wish I could remember what it was called. You know, check my YouTube, man. Or better yet, check the website. I got photos of like everywhere that I was, so you can see that particular game. And I'll probably shout it out on Twitter too, because it was a really good game. I enjoyed that. It was made by Ilion. I know that was the developer, but I'm not sure what the game was called. All right, so yeah, moving on. Lawbreakers was there. That was a really big deal. A lot of people hung out over there. They were running, I don't know if they were doing a tournament or what, man, but it was hype over there. They had like the dude announcing stuff, and it was crazy. Lawbreakers was definitely, it looked good. I actually got into the beta before going to E3, so I already played it, so I didn't really spend any time over there. But definitely a great game. Can't wait to pick that up. It's only $30. It's gonna be crazy. Let me see what else was over there. Nico, whatever, you know, make controllers and whatnot. They were over there, had like a ball pit. That was weird. IGN, GameSpot, all of them are over there. This is a West Hall, so this is what I'm talking about, the West Hall, separated South and West or whatever. And then, of course, I did visit Sega section. Like I said, played Sonic Forces. There's a lot of people over there playing Sonic Mania. I think Sonic is coming back this year, man. Like, he's making a comeback. These are good games. They had a lot more stuff over in the Sega section. Yakuza 6, which I didn't know was coming. I guess I should have known, but yeah, Yakuza 6 is definitely coming. They were giving out bags. That was pretty cool. I didn't play the game. I mean, I already know it's gonna be good. I mean, Yakuza games are just, they only get better now. Let me see. It was a lot of stuff, man. I'll just move on to PlayStation because I know I can remember that. PlayStation, like I said, you had to set everything by appointment. I played that Gran Turismo, loved it. I played Knack 2. This is stuff that didn't need an appointment. Knack 2, I played in co-op. Was definitely, it made me excited about that game. I mean, I liked the first Knack, and I obviously was planning on getting this Knack, but this definitely made me want a little bit more, because that co-op is definitely gonna be something that's cool. So I played Knack 2. I played Matterfall, which is Housemarque's second game this year, after Nex Machina, and that comes out August 15th. It's a great game. It's like Metroid mixed with, Resogun. It's just crazy. Really nice side scroller, platformer. I mean, it's all that stuff. Let's see, Matterfall was there. They had Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, FIFA 18. Of course, Call of Duty, like I said, Battlefront. They had theater showings for Uncharted Lost Legacy, which I did go see that. Great, this is live gameplay. This is not like a video, so somebody actually playing the game in front of you. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. Sound is crazy on that game. Graphics, of course, that's top notch. We went and saw theater showing for Detroit because I didn't get to play it. I had a friend that actually did get to play it. He loved it, said it was amazing. They were playing the mission that they showed at E3 last year, so that was pretty cool. But the theater showing was amazing. It was actually playing with Marcus, the new character that they showed this year, and we got to kind of make the choices collectively, and it was awesome, man. The things that you can do, like every other Quantic Dream game, but this is it's like more though, because you can kind of choose good and evil type of deal, so I really liked it. I'm looking forward to that game just as much as Spider-Man or God of War. So Detroit was there. They had Spider-Man theater showing. They had Monster Hunter theater showing. I didn't do either of those. Heard good things about Monster Hunter. They did have it playable at Capcom. Did not play it, like I said, but yeah, I heard nothing but good things. Spider-Man, come on, man. That was one of the best things they could have possibly showed this year. And shout out to Sony, man, for Shadow of the Colossus with their conference. I know that was the biggest surprise to me of E3. Let me see, what else was there? I don't recall anything else. That was pretty much everything at Sony. Oh no, excuse me, I'm sorry. The VR section. They had Archangel, they had Bravo Team, they had the Mouse, I think it's called, with the little rat or whatever, mouse, whatever. I'm sorry. That was, all that stuff looked good. I saw many people playing those games. A dude I was hanging out with actually played Bravo Team. He doesn't like the VR shooters that don't allow you to really move freely. That they do that teleport thing. He doesn't like those, but he played Bravo Team and he actually enjoyed it, and that's what it does. So, so yeah, looking forward to that and a lot of those VR games. So yeah, they had a whole section for that. They had a big, oh my gosh, the screen was probably 200 inches. I don't know. It was a huge screen that they were showing 4K, like all the things they showed at the E3 press conference, they were showing in 4K on that screen with, ridiculous sound, so everybody could see it, and that stuff just looked amazing, man. Days Gone, Spider-Man, Detroit, all that stuff just looked really, really good. So I was glad I got a chance to kind of stand and see those things. Let's see. So that's pretty much all of Sony. Shout out to Dave and Nate from PlayStation Access. I did get a photo with them. Y'all can check that out on the website, man. So I was glad to meet those guys. Of course, they didn't know who I was, but maybe one day. Let's see. So, I mean, that's pretty much all of the West. I mean, you know, nothing else really to shout about, I don't think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm not positive about this, but maybe the oh gosh, what's the developer? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank here. But they make Sakuna of Rice and Rain and the Peach Beach Splash game. I can't think of what it's, you know, the actual title of it. I got photos of those two and some gameplay, off-screen gameplay for those up on YouTube. Man, I wish I could think. I wish I could think of who it was. I can't think of the developer. But I'll come back to that. But that was a really good section to be in. I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank on these, but Exceed, that's who it is, Exceed. They make all of these titles, they publish all these titles, and they're great. That was a really good section that I think a lot of people didn't really visit. And they had some of the best games there. So that Sakuna of Rice and Rain reminded me a lot of Dust, the Elysian Tale or whatever. But I mean, honestly, better. I think it's not due out for about a year, but I thought it was a really great game. And then that Peach Beach Splash, that game is like Splatoon with like bikini-clad women running around with water guns. It's pretty sweet actually. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was West, but I'm just mentioning that because I think it was in the West Hall. But moving on to the South, the main area had Crash Bandicoot. Down there, maybe something else. I didn't play that stuff, you know, no big deal. I'm gonna get Crash no matter what. I did get to the West Hall, of course. That's where Xbox was, Ubisoft, Namco Bandai, Indiecade, Capcom. I mean, it was so many people there. Bethesda, I mean, just so much. What was it? Who makes Shadow War? WB Games. So I did get a theater showing of Shadow of War, which was awesome. It was not playable there, but the theater showing was, oh man, I'm telling you, man, Shadow of War is going to be amazing. So if it's not on your radar, which I don't know how any gamer could not want to get that game, but it needs to be on your radar. It's going to be a really amazing game. They stepped it up like 10 notches, man. So I can see that game getting 9s and 10s, maybe 10s. Definitely a good game. Enjoyed that a lot. Let me see. They had a whole Lego section with like the Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 and all that stuff. They were giving out like Legos. That was pretty sweet. Indiecade, I played this game, man. I can't think of what the game is called. Matter of fact, I can think of what the game is called actually, because I got some stuff here. And I think I got a card from it to help me remember. And of course, it's not in this bag. I thought it was. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I really wanted to shout them out, man. I cannot think of what this game is called, but it was actually the weirdest game I've ever played. And that's kind of a good thing. It was actually a game that was an RPG. And it's like a rhythm RPG. I know that sounds weird, but it's like Guitar Hero mixed with an RPG, and like you hit the notes or whatever, like hit the the timed things, and that's how you attack. So like you work together to attack, and like it's co-op too. So I'm like playing with my friend, and it was just, I mean, it was the weirdest thing, man, but it was kind of cool. I thought it was innovative. It was an indie game, so you gotta respect it. But yeah, man, that was pretty sweet. So that, I got to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit. Let me see. I did get to the Capcom section. Like I said, I didn't play Monster Hunter. I did not play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because I just, the demo was announced. I just figured I'd get home and I'd play it that way. So I didn't want to wait in line for something that I could play at home. But everybody, I mean, I watched a lot of it, got some off-screen gameplay up on YouTube as well. So I got to witness it firsthand, and everybody enjoyed it. I mean, it's a great game. Let me see. I saw Naomi Kyle first, like up close and personal. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so Capcom, I mean, they did have Ultra Street Fighter, some other stuff over there, but I mean, nothing to nothing that I needed to play other than, you know, those two. Those are the two that I think are worth mentioning the most from Capcom. Namco Bandai, one of my favorite sections. I did not play Ni no Kuni 2, but I did speak to a lot of people who did, and they absolutely loved it. That comes out November 10th, so definitely looking forward to that. The game that Namco Bandai had that was very surprising to me, and my favorite game of E3, I'll tell you straight up, I was the most excited about this game, and that's Dragon Ball FighterZ. I got some Offspring gameplay up on YouTube right now, so check that out. But man, this game is amazing. Arc Systems, I mean, it looks like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 mixed with Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue. It is absolutely awesome. Played it twice. Like I said, my favorite game of E3, easily. So yeah, you know, definitely check that out. I'm sure some great other gameplay videos out there to check out, so definitely do that, man. So Dragon Ball, Ubisoft had everything. The Crew 2, which I have some gameplay video up of, it's awesome. You can drive cars, drive boats, fly planes. Definitely a great game. Looking forward to that. Assassin's Creed was there, of course. Did not play that. Heard a lot of good things, but also heard some bad things about the combat. It's a love-hate type deal from what I understand. So, yeah, it was there, though. A big surprise for me was Far Cry 5 being there, playable. Was playable in multiplayer, so that was kind of shocking considering it doesn't come out till February and they just announced it, but they were loaded up, 3-hour wait, you know, to play it. Looked really good. I should have recorded some video on that, but I didn't. Kind of slacking, I guess. They had not Stick of Truth, but Fracture But Whole, South Park was there. Of course, that looked good. Assassin's Creed, had the Mario Rabbids there, Ubisoft. I mean, that was pretty much it, I think, at Ubisoft. Right across from that was where the Namco Bandai was. They actually had Project Cars 2 over there as well, with the steering wheels and everything. When I played Project Cars, like I said, I played it in the Xbox section, so I guess I'll go ahead and talk about that. So the Xbox section was amazing. It was really nice. They had the oh gosh, the little thing where you can create your controllers. They had that. They were doing like limited edition, E3 editions or whatever. So that was pretty sweet. I saw Phil Spencer. They had a lot of games over there. They had Assassin's Creed. They had Need for Speed was there. Madden was there. Two of my sleeper games of E3 that I had no idea about that I'm very excited about now. Strange Brigade, which is done by Rebellion, looked really good, played really well. It's going to be co-op. Really good game. You should check it out. I got some Offspring gameplay of that up. And then a game called River Bond, which is done by Coco Cucumber. Great game, very fun, 4-player co-op, pixelated games, kind of like Zelda mixed with some other titles. It's got a lot of different elements, man. Like the guy told us, like 150 levels, 50+ weapons. Great game. Definitely check it out. Looks fun. It is fun. What else? Observer was a game I didn't know about. Looks like a game that should be in VR. It's like a psychological thriller. Awesome game. Great graphics. And they said the graphics are even going to be even better than what they are right now. So, yeah. It looked really good. So if it gets better than that, that's going to be pretty good. I played Project Cars. That's why I played Project Cars 2 at. That game looks amazing. It looks just as good as Forza to me. Forza 7. I don't know, man. They did a really good job with that game. I played Raiders. It's a game called Raiders something. And I mean, a lot of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I had no idea about the game prior to going to E3. I played it. It felt really good. It's like multiplayer online type deal, third person. I saw Darwin Project. I did not play that. A lot of people were kind of trying to get in that. I don't really know what that's about, but it was definitely there. I played Need for Speed. Need for Speed is the racing game this year for me. Although Gran Turismo will definitely get purchased as well. But yeah, Need for Speed that's going to get a lot of time. Let me see. People were raving about Madden. You know, of course, I play Madden, but not, you know, no big deal. It looked good. I'll tell you that. A lot of these things were played on the Xbox One X, from what I understand. Or I actually got some information that they were running. They had like Xbox One X's in the case where you could see them, but it was actually running on like a high-powered PC. So I don't know. You know, that's the information that I got. If it's true or not, I don't know, man. But there were definitely Xbox One X's there. Saw Crackdown and Forza. Didn't really care to play either of those. They look good. You know, that's all good. Sea of Thieves was there. Quite a few other games Xbox had over there that look pretty good. Nothing that I just had to play or anything like that. But yeah, they had a good variety of games there, so it was pretty sweet. They had the plush carpet going, so it was very nice to walk around the Xbox's area because it was like just took some strain off the back and stuff. So definitely a softer place to walk around. But yeah, Xbox was cool. Oh, just to mention, in the PlayStation section, they actually, I think it was in the PlayStation section, they had like a media area, and they actually had some stuff that wasn't on the floor. And there was some other places around E3 that had some stuff that wasn't on the floor as well. They had Ace Combat in VR, Ace Combat 7. I saw it back there, so I wish I could have played that. That was one of the games I saw that I know wasn't on the floor, but there was definitely a couple more that I saw that weren't on the floor that the press and people like that got to play. So that was exciting to see, I guess. But you're kind of a second-rate citizen if you're not media. So yeah, that's just how that goes. So yeah, Xbox. Let me see. Bethesda had one of the nicest areas, man. It was really, really nice. It had a 3-hour wait on Wolfenstein 2, which was there and playable. It was pretty packed out every time. They had like a nice experience where like if you've seen the trailer, like the diner that Nazi is like talking in, they had like a replica of the diner inside of E3. So like you would go in there, sit down and play the game, but they were letting people play the game for like 30 minutes. So that's why the line was so long. I mean, the demo was just, I don't even know if it was a demo or what, but it was just so long. So they actually at one point gave people milkshakes like from the diner. So they had the gimmicks popping, man. It was pretty cool. They had Evil Within 2 there. They had Quake Champions. A lot of people were in there playing that. Evil Within 2 was not playable. It was like this little walkthrough scary house experience. It was, it was pretty cool. But you got out, they gave you like a little, charger or whatever. What do you call them? The like power packs. They gave you one of those, like Evil Within 2 stamped on it. They let you take like a photo inside the thing, They printed it out for you, so that was pretty sweet. Let you enter a contest to win like a PlayStation 4 Pro that was like the Evil Within 2 PlayStation 4 Pro, so that was pretty sweet. They had a VR section, like Bethesda VR, with like Skyrim VR, Doom VR. I'm not sure if Fallout Last Box. It was crazy, man. So Bethesda, they let you take pictures with like the Wolfenstein weapon. Like that was pretty sweet, and like enter a sweepstakes with that too. So they had a lot of things going on in Bethesda. It's kind of just doing their own thing. Let me see. WB Games, like I said, with Shadow of War, Lego. Trying to think of other sections, man. Thrustmaster had its own section. I didn't go over there though. I didn't. It was like, I played with the Thrustmaster wheel. That was enough for me. They had a lot of stores, a lot of merchandise, man. With the public coming in this year, they wanted a lot of stuff to sell, and they definitely had a lot, and they definitely sold a lot. So sure they came out on top with all that stuff. I hope I'm not leaving anything out, man. Saw some great people, man. Took some pictures. Brian Altano from IGN. What's his name? Max. I can't think of his last name, but Max. Shout out, man, from IGN. Thanks for the picture. Jose Otero from IGN. Shout out to him. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was like I said, great experience at E3, man. EA Play as well. I hope I'm not leaving anything out. I don't think so though. I think I touched on everything, man. So check out the YouTube videos of the gameplay and different things like that. I am going to put up the coolest awards for E3, and I'm doing a little bit different from these other websites and stuff, man. It's strictly based on my experience. So not only that, but I'm kind of changing up the categories a little bit, because I don't think it's fair to give a game the best game at E3 if you couldn't play it. Like, So I think you should have 2 different ones. So I'm going to do that because I can. So yeah, check out the coolest awards for E3. I will put that up later today. And I'm going to do some streams, man. I got Nex Machina. So the game is amazing. I'm going to put that up. So definitely check that out later as well. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the podcast. Just wanted to let y'all know how E3 was. Definitely plan on going back next year. Hopefully we'll get out to maybe PAX this year or, you know, I don't know, PSX maybe, GameStop Expo. Who knows, man? We're going to try to get it all if we can. But yeah, that's it, man. Until next time, shut up and play.